Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for February 2018. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I'd like to say happy birthday. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, for our first card here, we have the Death card. Please do try to ignore my nails. They need redone. Okay, anyhow. So, yeah, this is a very heavy card to start the reading off, especially for a birthday reading. So, you guys are definitely making a huge transition. Something has changed drastically. You're walking away from something, or perhaps for a few of you, someone has walked away. But overall, some very big changes have happened, and it's time to just simply walk away from those past conditions, as they're just simply not serving you or your personal growth and development. You could even look at it as whatever was taken away could have potentially been blocking you from being able to move forward in the best way. Now, for a few of you, and this is for just, literally only a few of you, you may have recently, within the last month, may have lost someone through passing on. And if that happens to be you, my condolences. I will pull 1, 2, 3 cards, however it flows, from my Talking to Heaven deck. I will do that later in the reading. Now, this change could be perhaps a relationship came to an end. This could be a romantic relationship, a marriage. This could be a friendship. This could even be a work relationship. This could be walking away from a job. This could be walking away from many different things. Now, this change can be very painful, but it was necessary. Now, I know that can sound kind of hardcore, but if it's holding you back, then it really is necessary, because we want our Aquarius to flourish. We want you guys to go forward. We don't need anything holding you back that is potentially negative. So something has ended, and for some of you, you've already gone through this loss. Maybe you're still dealing with it. Maybe you're still grieving the loss and moving past it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, because essentially we're getting rid of something that just isn't working for us. And for some of you, you could be on the receiving end of perhaps someone walks away from you. And so, there is an end, but perhaps it wasn't your choice. That'll resonate with a few of you. But I feel for most of you, a lot of you made this choice on your own to be like, you know what, I'm tired of this dumb shit. Excuse my French, but it is what it is. But I feel most of you may have made this decision like, I can't do this anymore. I'm ready for something better. And you deserve the best. Now, this card can be experienced negatively in the beginning, but out of something negative, something positive always emerges. And this is what will happen here. Some positive things are going to emerge from this ending that you've been through. Okay, here we have our circumstances card, and we get the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. So I'm pretty sure this is our Moon and Aquarius card. So this can indicate deception, even unfaithfulness, betrayal within relationships. These could be romantic, platonic, it doesn't matter. You know, this could simply be a relationship between a family member, a friend, or this could potentially be a relationship between you and a romantic partner. Perhaps some of you have made this change or going through this change because maybe some of you found out that there was some unfaithfulness or some just outright deception going on. And well, you don't need none of that. Yeah, that needs to be cleared out of your life. We don't need that. That's no good. Now, this can indicate that perhaps someone had taken something that didn't belong to them and they took something from you. Sometimes this can indicate that an apology may be coming. Maybe someone admits that they had done you wrong. So this can indicate an apology, but this can also indicate for some of you that this person may just not care. Some people just do things out of maliciousness, and well, then we get shown real quick who they are, and then you know, okay, yeah, I don't need you in my life. Time to go. Bye-bye. So yeah, this is a pretty hardcore energy. Whew. Okay, this is our focus card, and here we have the Emperor. So this card would be about you guys are just like, I'm taking control. I'm not going to let these situations bring me down and get the better of me. I need to stand up. I need to take control of this situation. I'm an authority. This is my life, and I'm the authority. So you're taking control of your life. You're making the decisions that are best for you. And don't waver on that, because that's exactly what you need to do. Embrace this Emperor, channel his energy. He's a very good mediator, like yourselves. Very good mediator. But the Emperor also knows when he should let a situation go as well. Some things just can't be fixed. But overall, this is about taking control and being an authority. And this is your life. And time to take it back. This doom and gloom right here, it's not going to keep you down. It's time for you guys to rise and shine. Okay, this is the card of your recent past or what is passing. So some of you could still be within this energy, but it's moving away. Here we have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. So when this card is in the upright position, you're waiting for results. And when we have this card in the reverse position, you've been waiting on results, but they just simply were not coming. Perhaps you were waiting on a message from someone that never arrived. And this could be in regards to a creative project, maybe even a financial project. This could even be about relationships. You set something in motion and you were waiting on the results, and maybe those results didn't come through, or maybe the results came through and they were not good results. And so now it's like it's just time to start over. Okay. Now I feel this card is really resonating with last month's reading. So I'm pretty sure you guys had an opportunity coming after an ending. So I feel like, this is part 2 from January to February. So some of you are still going through this, still in this process. So this is the card position of the present, the here and the now energy. Here we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, this is a fast-moving type of situation. The Knight of Wands always brings a change, okay? But this change is positive. It's a good change. And this can come up actually very unexpected for some of you. For some of you, you expect it. Some of you already are, going through it. You know exactly what it is. But either way, this unfolds very, very quickly, and sometimes it can have a bit of an unexpected tone to it. So, but for some of you, you may decide to change your residence. You may move. For some of you, you may decide to go on a journey or an adventure, or maybe some of you want to move out of state. Who knows? That's for you to know. This could be a move connected to a potential job offer. But no matter what this opportunity is that is presented to you, grab it with both hands, okay? Opportunity is an opportunity. Granted, you want to make sure it's the right thing for you, but you don't want to sit back and think about it too long either, because, then it can get away from you, but I don't think it will. So that opportunity presents itself, just go with the flow. It's going to be a good opportunity, if it's a change, it's a very positive, good change. And you guys deserve some positive opportunities and changes. Absolutely. Now, this is the card of your near future. Here we have the Seven of Coins. So the Seven of Coins is essentially you reap what you sow. Now, perhaps some of you have an investment. If so, this investment is doing quite well. It's doing very good. Perhaps some of you decide to get into an investment opportunity or something of that nature. It's looking good. But this is definitely about hard work. You have to work very hard. I mean, think of it like a garden. Like you're a farmer and you have a garden. You got to plant the very best seeds. You got to take care of them. You got to make sure to fertilize and water your crops. You got to take very good care of it. And when you take very good care of your crops, then you'll have a lot of harvest come in. And this is the same with money. So perhaps some of you have planted a seed, a financial type of seed, and you're working towards it, just dedicate yourself to getting it done and getting it done right, and it will blossom in a very good way. Now, for some of you, this can indicate that you may receive some money. This money could be through a job. This could be like a bonus, maybe even a 401k. I mean, heck, some of you could even receive money as a gift, It is your birthday season, so anything is possible. But overall, this is about planting good, positive seeds, especially those of a financial nature. Now, this card is your attitude, and here we have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is most definitely about loss. It's about loss, depression, anxiety, even nightmares. Now, this can also, for a few of you, indicate surgery. And for those of you, that will resonate. But it's just a few of you, so. But I have to mention it. Now, for most, this can be more in the mind, okay? So, it actually makes sense when we look at our first card here. We had the Death card. That can be a loss because you're walking away from something that is very familiar to you. And here we have loss. So, yes, this loss would be very painful. Very emotional. And so maybe your mind is kind of stuck in the grieving process, but we cannot put a time limit on anyone's grieving process. It is what it is, and you take your time. Just try to not isolate yourself too much, and try to not get stuck in the loss, because there are good things for you to focus your energy on to help you get out of this. We don't want you sinking down into depression, okay? Because there are good, positive things that are happening. So, I totally understand grieving your loss. But let's look at the cup as half full rather than half empty, okay? This too shall pass. Okay, this is the card position of how other people see you. Now, for our Eight of Cups, when it's in the upright position, we're desiring something with a lot more meaning. Some of us potentially go on a spiritual quest. We're going to see if the grass is greener on the other side, so to speak. We're ready for new experiences. So, when the card's reversed, as it is now, this indicates that you're coming back to the physical and the material side of life, which is not always a bad place to be. This can also indicate for a few of you, okay? For a very few of you, this could indicate that perhaps you decide to walk back into a situation that you had abandoned. Or maybe a few of you are trying to go back to a situation that you abandoned. Now, for most of you, this is, you're ready to enjoy yourself. You're ready to enjoy the material and the physical side of life. You're tired of focusing on walking away and all the pain that can come with that. You're ready to just cut loose and have some fun and enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with that. And for a few of you, this could also indicate that there is a new love interest in your view. So I'm pretty sure that some of you already know this. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship either. This could also be, perhaps you had started a project that you just absolutely loved, that was very close to your heart. Maybe this project simply was not coming together and not working out. And so you decided to walk away from it temporarily so that you could perhaps maybe get some more information, maybe some assistance. This could be many different things, and perhaps now maybe you've come back and you're picking up this project and starting it again. Now we're going to clarify all of these. If you watch my videos faithfully every month, then you know I'm all about the clarifying. I love details. Okay, this is the card position of hopes and fears. And here we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Now I know this is pretty accurate because a lot of you guys have been going through some very emotional times. Not so comfortable area for Aquarius. You guys have emotions, but you prefer to intellectualize them and not necessarily, you know, be all public with that shit, you know? Some of us prefer to just keep things to ourselves, and that's okay. Now, this is definitely a fear because no one wants to be emotionally unbalanced and out of control, letting their emotions control them and make their decisions for them. So this definitely seems like a fear because you don't want to go back to this. You're ready for the intellect to be over the emotions, to control the emotions. So this is most definitely a fear. Now, here we have our final outcome card, and we have the Ace of Wands, and it's in the reverse position. So when it's in the upright position, a new direction is coming. Or maybe a new direction is even being created for you, or one is being offered to you, or you're seeking one out. Now, in the reverse position, this indicates that something that you started, perhaps even this opportunity, with it being in the reverse position, perhaps you have missed something. Maybe you miscalculated something. And this is why I'm happy that I'm actually getting this reading out early, because I could, if this is happening, then I can actually potentially help some of you to avoid this. This indicates that perhaps we were not paying attention to every detail, or perhaps we were paying attention so much to the details that, you know, we ended up staring at a few trees as opposed to the whole forest. Perhaps we didn't think things all the way through, and so there's something missing. Now this can indicate a false start as well. So you really need to go within and really be honest with yourself. Is this direction or opportunity that's been presented to you, is this what you truly want? Is this what you're truly passionate about? Is this what's going to really make you happy? Because if it's not, then there's no need to pursue it. But I feel that a lot of you, you're going to want this change, this new direction. And so we really need to focus and make sure that we're doing it for the right reasons, making sure that this is something that we truly want to do. Yes, I can't wait to clarify this one. Because we don't... Damn it, it should be like this. This is how we want it. You know, but this can also just simply indicate that some of you may experience some difficulties in regards to delays or some obstacles popping up in regards to this new direction, this new opportunity, this new change. So it doesn't mean that all hope is lost, okay? Yeah, bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. So this is beautiful. Now, this could be you. This could even be others in your life. Now, someone, this could either be you or this could be someone that you're very close to, maybe even family members with. But sometimes this can indicate a pregnancy or a birth. So perhaps someone you're very good friends with or one of your family members may be having news of being pregnant or could be giving birth soon. Now, beyond that, this is about starting relationships. Some of you may desire to start a new relationship. Some of you may already have someone in mind and you are focused on starting this relationship. And so this will be a relationship that is from the heart. This can also indicate psychic abilities, your intuition, and that perhaps it's opening up, maybe it's flowering, opening up. So this is also a card that you want to pay attention to your dreams. Because sometimes you can have prophetic dreams with this. But overall, this is about your intuition. And this is about desiring love in its pure form. You don't want no basic, shallow love. You want real love. That's the Ace of Cups. Heart-centered love. So some of you are desiring to have that. Some of you may be starting a new relationship or you desire to start a new relationship. And for some of you, maybe you that are already in a relationship, maybe you desire to ascend your level of commitment. So maybe you've been seeing somebody for quite a while and you're ready to have a larger commitment. Maybe you decide to move in together. Maybe you decide to get engaged. But this is about, commitment and things ascending to a higher level. So that will resonate with some of you. Okay, let's clarify. Wow, there we go. Seven of Swords again. And of course, Queen of Swords. She's reversed though. Knight of Wands. That's good. Okay. Okay. We clarify our first card, which is the Death card. We clarify we get the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands indicates that you guys can make it through any adversity that is thrown your way. Whatever it is, you can handle it. You got no problems being able to handle this. I mean, look at him. He's just sitting there chilling on those stairs like, anybody want to test me? So you guys can make it through any type of change that is thrown at you. You guys will be able to make it through, no problem at all. You guys got strength, stamina. Inner strength is a big one. You guys will make it through. Okay. This was our circumstances card. We had the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. We clarify we get the Devil in the reverse position. So at least this nasty bastard is in the reverse position. Again, excuse my potty mouth. Now, when the Devil's in the reverse position, we are taking control, just like the Emperor over here. We are taking control. We are taking back control over our life. We're simply saying, I'm not going to let fear or an obsession or an addiction or even a karmic relationship bring me down and take control of me. I'm in control of me. And I'm taking my power back. I'm not going to stay enslaved to this situation. So whomever lied to you, betrayed you, maybe even cheated on you, or stole from you, you're saying, I am not going to let it control me. I'm not going to let that situation control me. I'm taking my personal power back. So for a lot of you, you're saying, I refuse to stay in a relationship where there are betrayals and deceptions. I'm not going to be lied to. Hell no. And you shouldn't. I mean, if somebody's lying to you, then, you know, there ain't much of a foundation there, because without trust, we ain't got jack, okay? So, some of you were definitely in a relationship that was very karmic. But this is a card that clears the slate. So, this karma is learned, it's done. And now you guys have a clear slate, which is a good thing. Yes, this is a hurtful situation here, but it makes you rise up and take back control. For some of you, you may be deciding, I'm not going to let my fears control me and my actions and my behavior anymore. For some of you, you may be like, I'm not going to sit here and obsess. For some of you, you may be looking at it like, I'm not going to sit here and keep allowing myself to get in situations where it's based off of sex. Because the devil is definitely a very over sexualized card. Not that sex is bad, but too much of anything is not good. Sex can be an addiction, which the devil rules addictions as well. So some of you may even be kicking addictions like, I'm not going to let this addiction rule me. So that's positive. Yes, it was negative, but now that we clarify, we see that there is some positive to it, because it's forcing you to go within and take your personal power back. Okay, this was our focus card. We had the Emperor, which was about taking control, taking your personal power back. You're in authority. We clarify, and we get the Priestess in the reverse position. So when the Priestess is in the reverse position, this can indicate maybe misuse of psychic abilities, but this can also indicate that perhaps some of you have just simply decided to not listen to that inner voice. Some of you are just simply trying to, like a switch, trying to turn off your intuition like a light switch, which is not advisable. You don't want to turn that inner voice off, that intuition. We need it. It is possible to have these two energies come together in a very positive way. And please do know that just because these are your cards does not mean that it's going to be absolutely 100% every single thing I say. Because all it takes is for you to change one thing. For example, here we have her in the reverse position, indicating that some of you are simply just not listening to your inner intuition, your inner voice. This card can also indicate manipulation too. But some of you could decide, you know what? I'm not going to turn my intuition off. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm not going to emotionally manipulate others. And by simply making a choice to not do something that wouldn't benefit you, this could change the whole entire reading and make it more positive. We have free will. That's the beautiful thing, is we can change one small thing and it can make everything come together perfectly. Now, when the Priestess is in the reverse position, this is kind of like a puzzle. And it's like a puzzle with missing pieces, so to speak, because there is definitely a need to look deeper into a situation. And here again, this can indicate deception. But we want to be careful that this is not self-deception, okay? I mean, we already know you're dealing with deception, but I don't want you guys to be caught up in self-deception. And you definitely don't want to manipulate anyone. You don't want to be attacking people psychically. If you get my drift, if you don't understand that, For instance, you can simply think bad things about someone. Perhaps you think, I want this to happen to this person. Well, that is you essentially psychically assaulting someone, even though you're not really doing anything. See, our brain is so powerful, and you guys know this. We have very powerful minds, and you want to use it in a positive way. Yes, someone may have screwed you over, but you know what? Trust me, they will get theirs. You don't have to think negative about them or wish something bad upon someone. Now, I'm not saying all of you are doing that. I'm just putting this information out here for those of you who may be doing this. Okay? Alright, moving along. So again, there is a need to look deeper into a situation. And perhaps you decide, I'm going to be the one to look deeper into this situation because I'm not going to let it go until I have all the pieces. Because typically, this is where you know that something is not right. But there's a need to be careful here. Because sometimes this can land you in a position where you're vulnerable to being manipulated and it's not to your benefit, okay? So you need to be careful. My best advice is go within and listen to your intuition, because your intuition has all the answers that you need. Meditate if you have to. Okay, this was the card position of your recent past or what is passing. And this was our waiting for results. Maybe the results are delayed, never arrive. Maybe we simply decide to just start over. Because whatever this project is, whatever we tried to get going, it just simply doesn't work out. We clarify and we get the Four of Wands in the reverse position. So this would definitely indicate that this was something around the home. So for some of you, maybe some of you were trying to move to get a new home. Maybe some of you are trying to even refinance. But this can also indicate that things at home are not the best. There can be some upset feelings in regards to the home. You know, this could simply be, one of our grown children leaving and going to college. And that could make you really sad. But this could also, sometimes this can indicate someone who moves around a lot as well. But see, we've started something and we were waiting for results. So perhaps some of you were trying to buy a home, or some of you were trying to perhaps even refinance. And it just did not work out. And this could also be, maybe some of you were trying to get married and the finances just never came through. But overall, this is about the home life, and things are not where you would want them to be. There's some uncomfortable vibes, something that upsets the home. But this card is also saying in a very big way that you really need to focus and be grateful and thankful for the things that you do have, no matter how big or how small they are still blessings. And be grateful for what you do have, because when we're in a attitude of gratitude, having the attitude of gratitude and being thankful for what we have, for no matter how big or small it is, if we're just thankful and grateful for what we have, that can magnetize more positive, wonderful things to us. Okay, now this is the card of the present, the here and the now energy. Here we had our Knight of Wands, which was our opportunity, a major change coming our way, but it is a very positive change, sometimes a very unexpected one as well. We clarify and we get the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So this can indicate that perhaps maybe this opportunity comes around and you don't want to be overly aggressive, okay? Because when the Queen of Wands is in the reverse position, she tends to be bossy, pushy, sometimes even arrogant. But there is an overall aggressiveness. And, well, you know, not everybody wants to work with someone who's being aggressive or pushy. That can make things more difficult. And so when this opportunity comes, or perhaps some of you are getting aggressive and maybe even a bit impatient waiting on this opportunity. Or maybe the opportunity's been presented for some of you and you're just pushing, trying to make it happen faster. But you want to not be too pushy. You don't want to be pushy, you don't want to be bossy, you don't want to be overly aggressive. It's okay to have a little bit of aggression, you know, some determination is more what I'm looking for, the right word, determination. But we don't want it to come across as aggressive, okay? Nothing wrong with being determined, just you don't want to be overly aggressive about it. Okay, this was the card of near future. We had the 7 of coins, which was about putting a lot of hard work into a financial type of situation. This could be an investment, or this could simply indicate the return of an investment, or receiving some money, or potentially, you know, getting involved in an investment. This could even be real estate. We clarify, we get the 2 of Cups. So this is our happy partners, harmony with one another. So perhaps some of you may receive an opportunity through someone that you could be in a relationship with. Maybe someone you just started a relationship with. Now, this doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. This could come from someone that you've been friends with for a very long time and that you're very close to. But overall, there is harmony between the 2 people. But this is very positive. Positive, positive, positive. Okay, this was the card position of your attitude. We had the 9 of Swords, which was a loss, very upsetting situation. We clarify and we get the 7 of Swords again. We had 7 of Swords right up here as well, except for it's in the reverse position up there. Here we have it in the upright position. So this is quite literal. This man is running away with 5 swords and he's leaving 2 behind as evidence that something has been taken. So this can literally indicate a thief. Someone may have stolen something from you. Could be someone broke into your house, or someone simply steals something, say out of your purse, or I mean, this can happen in many different ways. This can also be someone who tries to steal your work and then try to take the credit for doing it when it wasn't them at all. Plagiarize, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes. So yes, you definitely got to be careful of this one. But we can easily see where the sense of loss is coming from. I mean, it's all tying together here. And again, there is definite deception within this situation. Definite deception. Okay, this was our card of how other people see you. We had the 8 of Cups. This is the returning back to the physical and the material world. We clarify, we get the Queen of Swords in the reversed position. So, Queen of Swords, this is you, Aquarius. So when she is in the reverse position, she is out of balance. So the emotions are getting the better of you in this card. Maybe your judgment could be clouded as well. You guys have very good analytical abilities. You're very good at weighing the pros and the cons before making a decision. But when we have this card in the reverse position, we're not thinking so much from our intellect. We're, again, letting our emotions think for us. And when the Queen of Swords is in the reverse position, well, let's just put this bluntly, she is pissed. And someone has pissed her off, and this is not a woman you want to cross. Absolutely not. So yes, someone has definitely pissed you off. Some of you may be coming up out of that spiritual quest just to be like, hey, here I am. So you definitely want to be careful. Don't be motivated by revenge. Everybody gets theirs, that I can assure you. No one can do you wrong, deceive you, betray you, cheat on you, whatever it may be. No one gets away scot-free. Karma, let me tell you, it can be a beautiful thing. Karma can pay people back so much better than we can. All you gotta do is just step back and watch. Get yourself some popcorn. It'll happen. At least you have some popcorn to enjoy the entertainment when it does go down. But clearly, you guys are very upset by this loss. And maybe some of you are forced back into this physical world when it's not really where you wanted to be. Maybe for some of you, you have a new love interest, but maybe some of you are maybe a bit hesitant to try to even think about opening your heart due to being hurt. I mean, granted, we all need some time to grieve and get past these big issues here. But for some people do tend to go from one relationship to another. Not that all of you guys do, just that's going to resonate with some of you. Sometimes there's a need to, have some downtime because we want to get you guys back in control. Because right now, y'all are pissed. Whew! Somebody done messed with the wrong person, huh? Okay, this was the card position of hopes or fears, and as I stated, this would definitely be a fear. But then we clarify, we get the Knight of Wands. So here it definitely gets deeper. So for some of you, perhaps this opportunity, because we have the Knight of Wands right here as well, perhaps this opportunity that's coming your way, perhaps you're scared that it's going to throw you off and out of balance emotionally. You don't want to be out of balance. And perhaps this opportunity maybe scares you a little bit. Maybe you feel like you won't have full control. Perhaps you feel like you're not in a situation to control it. Perhaps you fear being out of control. But it's still a fear, okay? But now we know specifically what you are fearing. You're fearing that you being out of balance emotionally may impede and mess up this whole opportunity. But I got news for you. Final outcome card, we had the Ace of Wands, reverse position. This could be, delays, obstacles, even postponement in our new direction. This could even indicate false start. But here we go. We clarify, we have the Sun. So, whatever is not working out, which is probably going to be more like a delay, or perhaps you don't have everything you need for this new direction. But don't fear. Don't let fear rob you of this opportunity. Because the Sun card is here as a blessing to say, you can have this. You can have it. Be positive. Be optimistic. Don't worry about what could happen, okay? We need to think positive. Because the Sun is coming in and saying, you know what? You can have this. It truly can be yours. Let's just make sure we're not out of balance and being overly pushy, bossy, aggressive. We don't want to think with our emotions and not our intellect, okay? We don't want to emotionally manipulate. As hard as this may be, for some things we need to just let it go, okay? So that you can work on yourself and get yourself more balanced. Meditation can truly help here. Because I just don't want you guys to get robbed of this opportunity, because the Sun's coming in and saying, you could have this. It can be yours. And if you actually take the opportunity and say, hey, I'm going to make this work for me, and I'm not going to let my insecurities and my fears and my emotions control me. You do that, you're going to reverse this to the upright position. You got the blessing of the sun, and you will be moving full force in that new direction. Just remember, this sun is blessing. It's saying you can have this change. But for right now, it comes down to we need to be balanced. You've got to find that balance again. This is so important. Got to find the balance. Do what you need to do to get yourself balanced. Some of you may need to pull back and isolate a little bit. Go within. Meditate. Find that personal happiness within you. Don't focus on what you've been through and what everyone has done to you that's wrong. I'm not saying to completely let it go, but you may want to let it go for your benefit. You don't want it to rob you of this beautiful opportunity. I just want you guys to get balanced so that you can take full advantage of this opportunity. And since I'm actually getting my reading out on time, for those of you who are willing to accept my message, you have a great chance of being able to turn this around so that you are fully ready for this opportunity. And you're going to grab it with both hands. Bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Coins. So ultimately, we are after that financial security. It can be yours. Four of Coins, this is financial security. Sometimes this can be a bit of clingy type of feeling. Sometimes people can perceive you as being selfish, say when they try to ask for money. But when we have this energy, you're just not going to hand over your money so freely. Why? Because you've had to work your rear end off for it. And you know how hard you had to work to build some wealth. And so, of course, you're not going to just start handing it out, you know. And typically, it's only people that, you know, don't want to go work for themselves, or are, you know, they're not getting their way. So then they want to try to guilt trip you, but don't let them. But overall, this is what you guys are desiring. Is for this opportunity to be a financial blessing. And like I said, it can be. And it will be for a lot of you. But this is financial security. This is about being very stable, very secure. This man can provide for his family very well. And you can too. It's within your grasp, I'm telling you. You just gotta get balanced. Okay, I got your love oracle cards. I'm not gonna clarify, so let's jump into it. First card. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So these cards will resonate with certain people, and with other people they won't. So just, you'll know which card is, you know, is resonating with you. An engagement is very possible for some of you. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Now, this could be a literal honeymoon. This can also indicate an engagement or a wedding coming. For some of you, this can indicate that perhaps you need to take the time for you and your partner to retreat and to spend some time together. Now, for those of you who are single, this could be indicating that love will be coming down the line, but for right now, you need to retreat and go within. You need to meditate. You need to bring yourself into balance. You need to focus on what your boundaries are when it comes to relationships. You need to be very clear in what you're willing to deal with and what you're willing to accept in a relationship and what you are absolutely not willing to deal with or accept in a relationship. And maintain those boundaries. And also use your intuition for those of you who are single and you do go within to meditate and to really be honest and make that boundary list. Meditate. But someone will be coming into your life, and you really need this list. Because if they don't match your list, bye. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And yes, this would definitely be a message for all of you. Love yourself first. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you guys have a fabulous birthday. And again, happy birthday. I am really pulling for you guys. You guys deserve these opportunities, I'm telling you. You really do. In the meantime, I will talk to you guys next month, and I'm sending you guys blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. I love you guys. I'll talk to you next month.